my dear Capricorn. So, this is the most likely action the person will take when it comes to you and your relationship. And this is what they dream about on a heart level. And this is what they're planning for on the mind level. We have the Strength here and the Hermit and the Hierophant. So not the sobby little energy I met before. This is really a person that's ready to respect you, ready to see the value of this relationship, ready to do the hard work to see things from above, see their own fault, and communicate with you in a way that you could understand and that wouldn't cause havoc in your relationship. So it seems very mature. Okay, and this is on an emotional level. Oh, 7 of Swords, 9 of Cups, King of Pentacles, 4 of Cups. So here comes this, like my mommy didn't love me enough, and now I have to take care of myself, and I'm lying about how that goes. So, okay. So feeling a little bit like the victim, or like nothing will ever be good for this person. They will always be the underdog, always be hurt, always be dealt a bad hand, things like this. So it's very the opposite of their mind. So they have a little bit of a conflict. They probably want to be very adult, and they have the capacity to be that, but they have some part of them that's not healed. Okay, and this is the most likely action. 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles. They're not happy with what you said or how you treated them, and they would want to have walked out with their head high to heal the damage that was done to their ego at this point. But they can't help but just longing for you and wanting to be with you again and have you as the person in their life for the extended period of time. So on the minds level, 7 of Wands, 6 of Swords, 3 of Wands. This person is ready to take the bull by its horn, do the heavy lifting, maybe go even to therapy and talk things through. They're ready to fight for this and to do even uncomfortable things to get what they want, which is a relationship with you. So that's very adult and brave. As I said, ready to see their own side, what they have done and how they can fix, and maybe, I don't know, go on some program to heal certain issues. They want both people to come together. Like, this is what I see as a problem. This is why I suffered in our relationship, and this is what I would want to be different, and the other person says the same, and you work out some kind of plan to see to that things goes well. Queen of Swords with the Knight of Swords. So here I'm feeling they don't want to, just because you are you, it doesn't mean that you're automatically right. You know, they can have a viewpoint too. I think this means that they know you to be very smart, and maybe you always have a smart thing to say, and they might feel like they are not as communicative as you, and that's probably why they feel a little bit like the underdog, like they always say the wrong things, and that makes you win some points over them in some way. So with the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords, it's like made for another conflict. So what I think this person would want to happen is that you would admit to sometimes being wrong too. So this is what I'm seeing here, because they feel so ready to do this. They just want you to be ready to do that too. So it's not like impossible to win an argument with you, that you can, if they say that, okay, I might not be the best person with choosing a sofa, but I would really want this one, because even if you don't like the color, it doesn't match our other furniture, it's a sofa I want in my life. Can't you just please give in? So that kind of energy. Okay, and this is on their feeling level, 5 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, they feel like a screw up, like they always say the wrong thing, they always end up like losing and looking ridiculous, and it's almost like they feel like you don't respect them fully, that you think of them a little bit as a clown that can't make these type of decisions, that it will always be wrong, that they will go out with the wrong shoe on the wrong foot and stumble and fall. So that's they feel it's humiliating. When you think of them like that, you make them feel awkward and clumsy and dumb, and that if they have this self-image, they're kind of blaming you here, but it's not. It's from their point of view here. So if you talk to them like this, it will be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like they become even more awkward, stumble even more, do even more stupid things that they've. I'm seeing this a lot with people that are new parents, for example. I will generalize a little bit and say that the girl often thinks that she knows best how to deal with the child, which might be true in most cases. And the guy will start to feel like they don't belong or there's no use to them. They do everything wrong. And so here, even if our baby is really precious and we don't want poop on the living room floor, we might still need to let our partner to get, we give them responsibilities and they will learn as they go. Even if it doesn't come natural for them, if they are led to practice and to take responsibility, they will grow with this responsibility. So if you let them buy the ugly sofa, later on they might realize, like 2 years later, they will realize, this sofa, the color is really awful. You were right. We need to change it. So I'll have custom ordered a new one, but in the right color. So things like this, where you let the person grow. You don't immediately just cut their wings just because they are a little bit like this. Okay. So they are funny. Okay. And the lover. So they love you, but they feel like a clown together with you. And you are very strict like this. So they blame you for making them feel as a clown. And they would want you to be a little bit more generous and give them some points or credit, like they are able to do something right too, or let them make their own mistakes and, don't say, I told you so. Say, you did half good. It's if they say, this was a real mistake, I was a screw up, you say, no, it was half good, you did half right. And if you're not entirely satisfied, you can try again, but change some variables and maybe you will have more success. So give the person wings to fly, like a mother bird would throw out the baby out of their nest and they will have to learn to fly. You can't say, you're such a screw up, look here how elegantly I fly. And you need to stay in the nest because you will never learn to fly. That's the energy what I'm feeling here, that this person feels when it comes to you, that you are a little bit nitpicking maybe. Okay. Micromanaging a little bit. Magician underneath this Queen of Swords, which I feel to be this person that micromanages their partner in this person's, their mind's eye. So Magician, Queen of Swords, this is a miracle that they would want to happen because they love you and they would want to be with you. So they're asking you, it's like going to the master magician and say, can you teach me your powers? And it's not by this person doing all the magic and this one just watch, because just watching they will never learn. They need to do it to actually learn something and be skilled at it. So this is what this person is dreaming of. And they definitely want to communicate about this, both these cards about communication, about love, relationship, and, be able to talk it through. So even if they admit here, you are the queen, they are a simple knight, you are the magician, they are a simple page. So they can admit to that, but they still want you to give them wings to fly instead of cut them off and say you are useless, you can't do anything right, because this is how they feel. It doesn't mean that this is what you do. With sevens, often this can be some kind of projection, that they are projecting maybe how their parents treated them, and they project this on you. You might be always like, yeah, right, that's really good, and they still say you hate everything I do. So it can be like that, and there's no real remedy for that. The best way might be to say, okay, so in what way do you feel that I didn't encourage you now, or why did you feel like I was false in my when I rewarded you or told you that you were great? Why did you think that that was a false statement? And they can say, well, because of the way you said it, or because that's not really true, you exaggerated. So I knew from the start that you were lying. You were just trying to make me feel good about myself, but really you think I'm a screw up. So it's really hard, but you need to say, okay, so, but that's not true. This is why I genuinely feel like the way I told you, and you tell them different things that you think are great. And I was so amazed by this, what you did. I could never do something like that. And I see you have real talent, and you must see it yourself. And that can like shake them out of this projection that they have. Okay. Sometimes we need to tiptoe a little bit and know, we can't criticize this person, they will blow up. It's no danger if they blow up, we just don't want to hurt the person. So we might tiptoe a little bit and try to be nice. And you can tell that too. I try to tiptoe around you, I try to be nice because I know you have a little bit of self-loathing going on, and I don't want to add to that because I think you're great. So it's so easy if we communicate in very straight and direct ways. Okay, so this is the most likely action. So King of Cups, 5 of Wands. Again, we can see this person wants to sort any kind of conflict, argument, whatever drama you have going on in your relationship. They want to sort it out. They are not backing down. They are not giving up on you. They are not saying, this is hopeless, like this is hopeless. They say, I want to fix this. I love you. I want us to work through this. So it's unusual to see this, but here we have the 5 of Cups, so we'll see what they're whining about now. 2 of Pentacles. Well, they think that you don't really fight for them, that they are the only one that fights for you, and you don't really make the effort. You think that they are this screw up, and that they will always be this screw up, and it's a little bit martyrdom here. 5, 5, 5 is how we learn from relationships, by things being a little bit of a challenge in the relationship, like hell is other people, basically. So they feel like you're always shooting down their attempts to fix things. Wheel of Fortune and 8 of Pentacles, but they still don't want to give up. I'm also getting the sense, together with these cards, that this person misses you immensely, and that's a big reason to why they want to work this through, why they want to fix it. They want another chance. They really, really, really want to fix this, like again and again and again and again and again and again for the rest of their life. If it's necessary, because they rather fight with you than miss you. They rather have you and have quarrels all day than not be with you. Okay, so see what this person would tell you if they dare to tell you the truth. We have all the time in the world. I need you in my life. So this just says the same thing as the King of Cups with this Wheel and 8 of Pentacles, that they would fight for this relationship to the end of time, and fight you to the end of time if necessary, but they don't want to leave your side, or they don't want to be living without you. So they're very serious about that. We also have this card sticking out. Yes, I will never stop loving you. So it's very clear. They were telling the truth through the whole reading here about how they felt. So we see your point of view. What's your truth? Was never good enough for you. So maybe you have the same issue, or you actually agree that they were never good enough for you. So we'll see. I projected family issues in our relationship. So I'm feeling a little bit like a goody-goody kind of person here. Is this you, Capricorn? I will deal with this later. That you try to be perfect. And it's like dangerous if things aren't perfect. If things aren't perfect, you say, step aside, go aside, I will fix it. I will deal with it. Because it's the worst thing ever if things aren't like in order or done in the proper way. It's like it irritates you. It's almost like it's scratching your skin like this. So I'm thinking you're a little bit of a control freak maybe at times. And it makes you become a very well-organized person, very skilled. You do things proper and with a lot of responsibility. But it also makes you a little bit full of yourself with thinking that you are the only one that could do this. And therefore you don't give people room to try and spread their wings and become as good as you, because it's easier when you do it yourself, since everyone else is a screw up. And the hit and run, justice in reverse. Well, you probably have felt like this person was never able to take responsibility in the relationship. They were always running away from responsibility, running away from your criticism or from your pain when things didn't go in the way you wanted, or when they hurt you. They couldn't talk to you about it, so things were never solved, and that's very upsetting for you, and that's something that really needs to change if you would put your best foot forward in this relationship. And that's basically what they say, that they would better themselves at that point. That's what they can admit to, that they didn't face up to the criticism that you might have had. Instead, they run away from responsibility. But now they say, yeah, I want to take responsibility, but then you need to step out of the way, okay, to let me do my own mistakes and learn, and not micromanage me. So it's pretty straightforward, not particularly complicated. So we'll see what the divine says about this relationship. Okay. It's safe for you to love. Yeah, both of you are a little bit hysterical. You with being, everything needs to be perfect, tidy, perfect order, yada, yada, yada. And them with feeling unworthy of love. So I think both things stems from the same place. This one person doesn't want to take responsibility, because why should they? You know, everyone thinks they are a screw up anyway. And you wants to be perfect so that you will be worthy of love. And one thinks that they are already not worthy of love because they were born a screw up. At least you have some hope that you are not a screw up, and if you do everything perfectly, you will be worthy of love. But both things are kind of false. You don't need to do things perfectly to be worthy of love, and even if they are a screw up, they are worthy of love. So both of you really need to learn to love yourself as you are, and try to, start to take deep breaths and let go of anxiety to perform on a very high level. You need to maybe lower both of your standards a little bit, that you don't need to have this perfect high standard. It can be a little bit lower. It's better if it's lower, then you can both live up to it, and you will be more happy. And if we have issues with, we can't stand having shoes in the wrong order in the hallway, well, go and toss all the shoes in the air and just sit with them in the hallway and see what the shoes wants to tell you. Why can't you stand them being in the wrong order? It might be that, for example, you got some criticism when you were small again and again. You don't ever put your shoes right. You do this, you do that. And then your parents divorced. So it was probably about the shoes. So these things can put like ghosts in our mind. So if you have problems like this, leave the dishes and see what's happening with you, what's happening within you, what's the emotions that rises, and deal with them, and be really nice to yourself. Take your own hand and pat yourself on the back and say, okay, we will go through this, we will find out what's the problem, and we will solve it. So we'll see what's going on with you, with me, why I'm reacting like this to things that doesn't really matter. It might also be that they can't be in this like unorganized shoes, because if my mom come and visit, she will see I'm still a screw up, and I was trying my whole life to be perfect, so she would see I'm perfect, so I need to be perfect. In other case, you will never see I'm perfect. And then we need to learn to love ourselves, no matter what, if our mother thinks that we are perfect or not. So some advice cards for this situation. Okay, thank you. Love. Yes, I think there's love in this relationship. You're a little bit more like closed off, but it's probably because maybe you have tried really hard many years to get this person to talk with you about the issues, and then you gave up. And now they are ready to talk to you about the issues. So your dreams came true, but a little bit late. So my child, my wondrous one, it's time to celebrate, because love is calling to you to open your heart and receive my blessings. Choosing this symbol is a powerful sign that love in all forms is in your life now. There is a responsibility to this also. You must give love freely without conditions and love others because your heart is open. There is something else here to consider. Love can be a confusing force too, and can sometimes ask a sacrifice out of you. If your heart is aching and feels like it's broken, know that love has a greater love for you later. No matter where you are in life right now, love has come to guide you into an important experience. Trust in love. And I'm thinking the love for yourself when you're sitting there with the shoes. But you also have a great opportunity with this relationship because it's filled with love. People want to fight for this. At least you're the person most on your mind would want to fight for this. And then we have risk. My child, you have come to a place where you are being asked to take a risk and try something new and different. Rather than worry about how things will turn out, why not take the leap of faith? No matter what happens, something important will be experienced. This is a sign that you can prove something to yourself, and when you accomplish it, you will be proud that you did. It's throwing the baby out of the nest here.